prejudices and their racism would inhibit their experience and would get in the way, and they wouldn't be able to see past a lot of that, unfortunately. So rather than invite them and then have them say negative things about it and have that hurt me and have me take that personally, it's the better decision to not invite them, not have them come, which kind of stunk. I wish that, of course, that they would be able to come and see that that's a big part of who I am. But, you know.
I'd love to just sit there and see their faces. I don't know your parents, but I'd just like to
you feel like you know them, huh?
Yeah, I'd like to sit a few rows in front of you and then just turn around and stare and look at their faces.
Well,
when they do the meditation for like a different part of the world. Like I remember I went there and they did a meditation for North Korea.
Yeah.
So I just want to see like your father's face, and they say, now we're going to do a meditation for Ghana.
You know, I think that they would be, a little bit maybe rolling their eyes, but at the same time, they're polite, and they, obviously I got my manners from them in a way, so I think that they'd sit through it, and they'd say all the rude comments afterwards, like a passive-aggressive way.
But sometimes people's faces give them away, just briefly,
without even,
before they put on the mask.
That's true.
Like, I just want to see the eye roll, or
That's
just
true.
a little twitch of the face. I love that.
That's true. That would be interesting, filming that. Although I'd probably be a little embarrassed.
Yeah, I'd never do it to you. It's just a fantasy.
It's a fantasy, you said?
Yeah, it's like the way you paint your parents. Like, I love seeing people in foreign situations.
Uncomfortable situations?
Yeah. Like something that's like someone, like I want to see like a KKK member in a black church. I want to see like a black man, at a KKK meeting, or like just like an Orthodox Jew at a KKK meeting, or just like a Minuteman.
Anybody at a KKK meeting,
I mean, or like with the Hells Angels, or like a Minuteman, hanging out with a bunch of illegal immigrants. I don't know, I'm weird. I just love seeing people fish out of water. It's just interesting.
No, it is interesting. It could be a little scary, but...
Have you ever ridden with a motorcycle gang? Like, tell me about your days with the Hells Angels.
A motorcycle gang?
Yeah.
No, I have been on a motorcycle, on the back of a motorcycle, which is very erotic and very hot, and I love that. But I've never been in a motorcycle gang.
You've never been a motorcycle mama? Is that what they call them?
No, I had this one boyfriend for a while here in LA that had a motorcycle, and I thought it was so hot. And he bought me like a little helmet, like a very sexy, like black, sexy little helmet, like the tiny ones. And I loved being on the back of the bike. It was really a high. We made love on that bike. We had some great times on that bike. Yeah, it was really fun.
While he was driving it?
No, not while he was driving it.
Down the 101?
No.
85 miles an hour?
No. Parked in a parking garage. So I love motorcycles, but I'm not, I don't currently have a boyfriend who has a bike, so. I've actually considered in LA having a bike, because it'd be really easy to get through all this freaking traffic, and to have a bike would be really fun. But I carry so much stuff in my trunk, and especially like auditioning and like a yoga mat, and there's so much stuff that like I just have always in my trunk. I kind of like having a car, having that space. Sometimes when I go on set, I wish I had a bigger car, because you want to keep like a bunch of stuff. I think we shouldn't be in this lane, or okay. There we go.
So what's the difference between being spiritual and being religious? And do you see yourself as primarily spiritual or primarily religious?
I see myself as being spiritual as opposed to being religious, because I don't really practice a religion. I meditate, and I go to the spiritual center, and I have spiritual practices that make me happy and that make me feel closer to the universe and feel closer to God and closer to myself, ultimately. But I don't really follow one specific religion. I've read some books on the Buddhist religion, which I find very interesting, but do I want to take it upon myself to really be such a follower? I don't think I'm ready yet. I know what works for me, what makes me feel good, and that's what I do. And that's my agape, that's my spiritual center. It feels less pressure than having one religion. I'm still learning about all the different beliefs, even within the spiritual center, and I've taken some classes there, and I will continue to take classes there. But do I call myself religious? No, I call myself spiritual. And I think I have a lot more to go. I think I could be more spiritual for sure.
Are you willing to share any temptations, meaning things that you'd really like to do but you know aren't good for you, or things that like you do just in a little amount because it's harmless in a little amount, but I don't know, cheesecake or you know, anything like.
Well, I mean, I definitely eat my dessert. I mean, that's one of my beliefs is life is uncertain. Eat your dessert first. Like I am definitely someone who everything in moderation. Definitely believe in having some sweet stuff. The first thing that came to mind when you said that, I would have to say would be E, the drug E, because I've never done it. And that would be the one thing that I would be the most curious about, just because it's such a love drug, was what I'm told. But I'm so little, and I mean, not that little, but I'm so little. No, but I'm little in the sense of my body is really not used to drugs at all, and I literally had just 2 glasses of wine on New Year's Eve. And that was like enough for me, and they were small glasses. They were really, really small glasses. And that was like enough for me. Like I was feeling good. I was flying high. I was hanging out. I was talking to everybody. I was wishing every single person like possible a Happy New Year. I was kissing people on the cheek I didn't even know. Like, you know, I was like a happy girl. Like it was all good. Do I make a right or a left here? A right?
Make a right when you can.
Okay.
So if you don't have to do it here, you can make it at a next street or the one after that. But anytime the next 4 blocks, take a right.
So yes, I'd be just a little afraid, to be honest, of what, like taking a whole pill of E, what it would do, how it would affect me. And that's probably the main reason why I haven't, is just because I know myself, I know my body. I don't really do well with poisonous things. I don't have caffeine. Like my temple is pretty clean.
What about danger? Do you get a thrill from danger? Do you like to drive fast near steep curves, or?
Depends what kind of danger we're talking about. I mean, my career is like risky. My life is like a roller coaster ride. You know, up and down. So I have a lot of I take a lot of risks. You know, in life in general. Just by being an actress, it's like taking a risk. So additional. To be honest, I don't like to gamble. That's like I love my money so much. Unless I'm gambling with somebody else's money.
Yeah. I
don't like to gamble because I work so hard for my money, and I know what I had to do for that money. I know how many hours it took on set or whatever it may be. That I'm someone that likes to like hold on to my money for as long as possible and only spend it in wise situations or things that I think are good investments. So gambling is not one of my vices or not one of my things. And neither are drugs. It was just kind of, as soon as you said that question, it was like, that was the one thing I really would be the most curious about. No other drug is really fascinating to me.